Ngisaphila sisi, and you listen.
Siyabonga. Thank you so, so much for joining us. It really means a lot to us, especially to be speaking about a subject that is so important during these times. You know, in South Africa, we are really facing trying times, times of pressure. If we look at the economy, where things are going, you step into the shop and you're shocked about the prices of things and how the prices don't really go down. They just keep going up and up. So that can cause, frustration to a lot of people. It can cause them also developing, mental health issues because of the pressure that they're dealing with. So tonight we're here to be equipped by you. We are excited because, once we're able to have a conversation with someone about something, then it's acknowledgement that maybe there is a problem and also there is a way forward, and that is why we have people like you, who are educated psychologists and trained and know what they're speaking about. So we're very happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Mm.
inviting.
Thank you, Buhle. So, Buhle, as you've heard me speak, about trying times, hard times, difficulty, distress, um, the most important thing is how do I keep my mental health protected, or how do I ensure that I'm still able to function mentally, physically, emotionally in a process where there's pressure around me. It might not be finances for other people, it might be family issues, relationships, and so on and so forth, loss that they're facing. How do I continue? Bushla, are you still there? There's
Yes,
a
yes,
delay.
yes, it's a delay. There's a network issues that we have. Yes, definitely, you are correct to say that the world that we live in, the environment, there are a lot of pressures that affect us.
Yeah.
Definitely, this will impact on our mental health. We ended up not knowing what to do and
Mm.
how to cope as individuals. But again, what we normally advise as psychologists to say that remember, a part of you as well, there are what we call positive emotions that you need to focus on. You need
Mm.
to increase that level of continuum. Because remember, if we spoke about mental health, there is a continuum, there's a negative side as well as the positive side.
Mm.
So, as a positive psychologist, we always say, no, let us focus because not everything that is happening around us is bad. There are some things that are happening that are good as well. For example, we do teach clients that, first of all, we need to practice gratitude. Small
Mm.
things that are happening around you. You need to have a journal, what we call a gratitude journal, and list the things that makes you happy as a person, because that will assist you to foster relationship even with your families.
Mm.
Maybe, for example, if you see that I still have a shelter, I still have a bread on the table. Those are the small things that we have. We need to start there and appreciate what we have. Being thankful on its own, it's one of the steps that you take towards positive mental health.
Mm.
But again, one will need to realize and understand the cognitive distortions, because what happens, obviously, like you've said earlier, all those things that are happening, they will definitely disturb you as a person.
Mm.
So what we want to see is for you to go back to feel good. So there are exercises and models that we use to assist clients to do that. But maybe let me not be too theoretical. I just want to share with you and the listener very simple things that one can do
Mm.
at home. First of all, start with us as individuals practicing self-love.
Mm.
One needs to do that. There are various ways one that can do to practice self-love. For example, just take a long walk
Mm.
by yourself, with your family. You can do that with your spouse. And while you're doing that, you have conversations. a positive conversation towards self-compassion and kindness, and nurture yourself as well. Some of the things that you can do as well, just take a hot bath. It's some things that you can do and just relax as an individual. So those activities that would keep you comfort, relax, it depends on what a person loves. I know other people, they would love to have a nice, healthy meal that would keep them warm and comfort. So those are the small things. Practicing self-love, it does work. Others, they focus on what we call positive distraction, which, for example, reading an interesting book or a magazine, just immerse yourself in that book and read, and all your thought processes would be affected positively, as well as magazines. So those are the small things that one can do. I know others, they ground themselves in the present moment by doing yoga, meditation. So those are the all things that one could do.
I love it because it's practical. It's things that you can do at home. It's also not going to be costly. You're not going to spend much. It's really just using what you have around you in order for you to get better. Now, how do I best support someone that comes to me and I'm not a qualified psychologist? They come to me and they've got this issue or this problem. What am I supposed to say to them? How am I supposed to be helpful towards them? Or how can I assist?
The first approach is to listen, and have that open conversation, and ensure individual to say that this is between us. Remember, these issues of mental health are confidential
Yeah.
issues. One, you need to create that environment of safety first, a psychological safe, to say, if I talk to you, I pour to you about my problem, whatever that is happening in my life, I feel safe. So that is the first thing that one needs to do. And secondly, you need to listen and not judge. And if then you know of someone that is a psychologist or a social worker, whoever, that's a professional that one can go to, then you refer to those professionals. But first, listening is a very important step that one could do, and providing that safe environment. Because we know our local clinics, our local social development offices, they do have professionals there for free, which is provided by government as well, that could assist in terms of trying to discuss and trying to assist. So professional help is the key. But if the professional help is too far at that present moment, then you can go to a person that you trust and discuss.
That's excellent. And for someone that, let me just put it this way, for someone that thinks that, you know what, I maybe have a mental health issue and I'm trying to prevent it. So, what I'm trying to say is, how do you recognize that right now, this is not me, my mental health has been affected in this way and in that way? What are some of the things that I need to look out for?
There are signs that you can for yourself, or even you can assist family members and say, I see here there's something wrong that is happening. For example, one would be feeling anxious all the time.
Mm,
A must be a level of excessive worry or fear. We have seen maybe around us, whereby, if you notice, because remember, we know people that we live with, their behaviors, they change. So if you notice there's excessive worry or fear, that's an indication or a symptom to say it's going towards the negative mental health continuum. And then, if a person again feels excessively sad or low, whenever you talk to a person, always, most of the time, those person, they feel very sad. Another one, extreme mood changes as well. It does happen that a person, there are issues that they are battling with emotional. At times, we have seen people bursting emotionally, even if small things that are happening, they are easy, irritable as well. So definitely there are issues of anger that are happening there. If there are, you notice those strong feeling, so those are the few symptoms. So other people, they experience changes in sleeping habits because of
Mm,
that worry. Again, they will feel tired, they will have low energies,
mm,
and so on and so on. So those are the few symptoms that I can share for now to say yes, definitely you can advise a family member to say, let us talk about it. What is it that is worrying you? Why are you feeling
mm,
so sad and extreme mood changes? What is happening? So you need to be observant as a
mm.
that would be able to pick up those symptoms.
Okay, be observant. I love that a lot. Don't think of only yourself, but also look outside and see what's happening around you, within your family, within your household. In ending, Buhle, what would your advice be to someone that is feeling? Of course, you have mentioned it along the way in our conversation, but just to reiterate, your advice to someone that is feeling, down and out and feeling as if, oh man, wow, it's a lot in this world, or in South Africa right now, with all the things that I've mentioned before, the things that are causing us heartache and shock and pressure and so on and so forth. So, just your last words in ending.
I think for me it's very important that as humans we take care of ourselves first.
Mm, mm,
Make sure that you exercise. Make sure that you go for those long walks. That make sure that you reflect about the day. Just
mm,
get some sort of a diary or a
mm,
journal and reflect on bad experiences, including the positive experiences that
mm,
you had on the day, and discuss it with the family. I think even last time I did say that maybe it's
mm,
it's time that when we sit around dinner tables at home, we ask ourselves as well around the table to say, how are you feeling today?
mm,
Let's reflect on our daily experiences so that we'll be able to get help, because you never know, one of the family members might be able to help you. And then obviously, just take breaks and admit,
mm,
accept to say things won't be okay at all times. So
mm,
with that, one would be able to contribute towards mental health. And if you see there's a need for professional help, just reach out. Let us talk openly about a mental health. Let us use such shows as well to educate
mm,
and awareness, because what happens most of the time, we are still in a position whereby we don't uh, feel safe to talk about it. So let us encourage those open conversations and talk about mental health, and don't judge. That what is most important as well,
mm.
because why people are talking about it, because there is still that stigma.
Shame. Mm,
Yes, there's still that shame and stigma, so people are not freely to talk about it.
mm, mm. Wow, Buhle, thank you so, so much for contributing to this conversation as we speak about how best to protect your mental health during times of pressure. Thank you so much, family. That was Buhle Mkhanya. So, Buhle, how can the family get a hold of you if they need your services?
I am available on Facebook, Buhle Mkhanya and Associates. I'm available on Instagram as well, Buhle Mkhanya and Associates. All the social media platforms I'm there. I do share these tips as well on a daily basis so
Yes.
that we can create awareness and educate our communities.
Mm,
So that I always say mental health matters. It is important as
mm.
much physical health and other areas of your well-being. It is important first. Let us prioritize it. Let us take care of ourselves.
Indeed, our mental health indeed matters. Thank you so, so much, Buhle. May you be blessed this evening. We really appreciate you and blessings to you. Enkosi kakhulu.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.